Hello, welcome to PlayStation Access. My name's Nathan, and this is what's new on PS4 and PS5 on Tuesday, the 10th of August, 2021. First up is Hades, the multiple award-winning roguelike that's now available on both PS4 and PS5, or at least it will be this Friday. Hades comes from Supergiant Games, the brilliant studio behind Bastion and Transistor, and like those hits, combines a sharp visual style with brightly polished gameplay. You are Zagreus, son of Hades, and you've decided to escape the underworld, which means crawling through a dungeon of mythically inspired enemies and beginning all over again each time you die. You'll learn, you'll unlock persistent abilities and upgrades, and you'll think, this is a bit like Returnal but an isometric hack slasher, and I'm so glad I'm playing this. And you'll be right. Also out on PS4 and PS5 this week is another stylish indie, Foreclosed. This narrative-focused action-adventure has you playing as Evan Kapnos, whose identity has just been foreclosed. This is bad, so Evan, his gun, and various body modifications set off through the comic book cyberpunk world to set things straight. Foreclosed is out right now. The Plane Effect, meanwhile, is another striking-looking indie that arrives on PS5 from Thursday the 12th. This isometric adventure is set in a dour dystopic future where you play as Solo, an office worker on his last day of work who suddenly finds he can't be sure of the way home, or even whether he has a family. Puzzle through this reality-distorting story to find out more. In other news, PS5 launch title Godfall gets two exciting updates this week. The first is that the looter slasher is coming to PS4, opening up cross-generational co-op for the game's 3-player adventures. And there's a big drop of new content too, Fire and Darkness, which adds a fire realm to the existing earth, water and air with a new apocalyptic storyline, as well as an endgame combat mode called Lightbringer and a new loot tier. Fire and Darkness is out right now. Finally, for the new titles this week, more DLC in the shape of Assassin's Creed Valhalla's big drop, The Siege of Paris. This sees Eivor and the Vikings striking out across the Channel to find new lands to conquer and deciding that France looks just perfect, thank you. New abilities include summoning a plague of rats, which actually that's all you need to know, aside from the fact that The Siege of Paris is available from Thursday the 12th. You can browse the full lineup of new releases and purchase all of this content online at store.playstation.com, with PS4 releases available through backwards compatibility on PS5. And please remember, all PlayStation Store content is subject to change. Subscribe for your weekly shot of PlayStation Store goodness, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay up to date with all of our videos on everything PlayStation.
PlayStation